at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday night again. You know what that means, don't you? It's time to join Mike and Kristie for another episode of Where's My Sage? A show hosted by a psychic medium and a guy on a quest to find Bigfoot. Who would have thought? Together, they will take you on all sorts of adventures and not with lots of different people. Kristie even gives readings. It's time to sit back, get up and get ready. You can't sample the universe sitting down. Your hosts are waiting. Come on, let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Where's My Sage? I'm Mike with my co-host, Kristie London, who's on the wrong side of the screen, so let's fix that problem before I mess myself up all night.
That wasn't my fault. Things. That's your job.
Nope, it's definitely one of my days, you know?
Why I have a tech guy.
Yeah, well, sometimes it works, sometimes it works.
The tech guy? Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the day.
Yeah. So,
how are you?
I'm doing. Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks. You know, we're supposed to be on 2 weeks ago, and I decided to end up at the dentist and get my face, turned around.
Yeah.
So I couldn't talk that night. So unfortunately, we
wonderful
new feature.
Yeah, but you can also tell them the other reason why we couldn't do it.
Oh, what?
Because I was having my knee surgery.
Well, yeah,
we did.
We're constantly falling out. Hello, guys, and I'll start saying some hello in a second.
Everybody.
Yeah, Matt's here. I'm starting already. So,
all right, let's do it.
It's absolutely been crazy. Yeah, like I was gonna say, like Paul says, we're not cryptid hunters, we're cripple hunters, because every time one of us is in the hospital or falling out of something. So,
I'm the baby of that group. I'm the baby of that family.
And it's getting to be that way. So, hello, Tanya.
Hi.
She says, hi, welcome back. Seems like forever.
Can you say that with some inflection in your voice, please, and actually say it the way it's just, come on. You can do it.
That is my inflection. I just played you some recordings of some stuff
no hurt in that.
I started hitting the welcomes and the highs and everything like that, and I probably should have put Tanya's up a little later to go with something we've got going on here. But we're coming to you from 7 different locations tonight. We are coming to you from WLFE DB Radio. We are coming to you from Stream TV at WLFE. We are coming to you from Kristie London's business page, Kristie London's YouTube page, and your face. How many Kristie London pages we got going tonight? Oh, there's Tactical Bigfoot Research. There's one.
It's a reading show. Get over yourself.
And of course, we're coming to you from Where's My Sage? And again, folks, those folks that were on the group has now gone super, super secret dark. So everybody stopped getting confused, but what the group was and what the page was. So
well, in our defense, though, we did the private group so that we could do featured things for the private group members. Unfortunately, COVID hit right after we really started trying to put that together, and we just thought, "What the hell? Life's too short. We all just need to be able to
have fun, enjoy,
and just see it all."
I'm trying something new. I'm trying a new table tonight, so I'm more comfortable, and I'm fading into my background. It must be on I Hate Wizard of Oz, so I'm not going to go there. Anyway, so
you've had a long day, haven't you?
It's been a really traumatizing day today, guys.
Oh, poor baby.
So, hi, Christina.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Fred. Hi, Jay. Again,
Hi, Jay.
Along with, as I'm going along, and as I'm reading these off for those folks that are going to catch us later on our wonderful, I'm getting there. I haven't got down far enough yet.
Oh my
we're coming in from about 20 different locations. Spreaker, Spotify. I'm missing it, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
All right. So, hi, Chris.
Oh, hi.
Things are well. I didn't get killed in the woods the other night, so that was an experience on a lifetime. I
totally missed out on something good.
Yep. Hi, Heather. Heather, getting ready to watch some of those great STM products hopefully this weekend traveling. Hello, Matt at Central Florida.
Hello. Hi, Matt.
All right. So, SMD.
Hi,
First time
welcome.
here. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Both our screens are frozen, but I can hear you both. It's the Twilight
Really?
Zone. She's hearing our voices in her head there. That's not a good thing.
Ooh.
So, hello, Lynn.
Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Deb. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Why did you skip over your mom's comment?
Where is it? I don't see it.
You didn't see it? Your own mother called you a crybaby.
Where?
You gotta go back up. It was in all capital letters. How the hell did you miss it? There it is. Oh, I called you out. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Don't worry. My mom will give me shit for it later. Why are you always picking on him? Stop picking on him. Blah,
okay.
blah, blah.
Ice. 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. Repeat.
Ooh, you got that right.
Fred is in the
Ice
house.
was my friend before and after that surgery. Holy cow.
All right. Let's see. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
We got some awesome guests on.
That's
Guys,
so
if you're
funny.
looking for a great backpack, go over check Chris's stuff at Squatch Survival Gear. I think I finally found the pack he's making, and it's a right size for me as I was throwing everything together this weekend.
I need a hat. Do you have hats? I need a hat. Mike, what kind of hat am I looking for? You know what kind of hat I want. Is there a specific name for it? I need a hat.
I don't know. It's a cliff hat thingy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's like the squared off round. It's not a baseball hat. It's cute. You can put a ponytail in it on the side or in the back for us chicks that, want to wear the hat, but not always. Dude, I'm giving them a whole new market. Look I've been looking for those hats forever. You used to be able to find them all over. You can't find them anywhere now.
I'll see if Emily's got some this weekend. So. The funny thing, guys, if you get a chance, you guys all watched, if you got a chance to find that Brian and Rochelle replay from last week.
My God.
So you see this going on. He says, send him a picture of the hat. He'll find it for you.
Thank you.
There. Good.
Thank you. I will.
Yep. Guys, again, see that logo. Look for that logo. Follow that logo.
Yes.
Instagram.
Especially
Facebook.
if he finds me the hat.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was so freaking funny. I watched it right before I logged on. Oh my God, I was peeing my pants. It's so us.
Their car rides was absolutely, it was the two of us because,
and they weren't even in the car 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's
the best part.
I watched it like 3 times. I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh my God, she was so pissed. I was like, you go, Rochelle. Oh yeah, it was great.
Please like, please like, share, and subscribe. And this is water. I mean, this is,
Hey, nice glass.
Yep. Cricket cutter, it's a wonderful thing.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
Handmade. I didn't do it.
What's been going on though? We've been busy though with other stuff, and we didn't just take a hiatus on purpose. Well, the last time was not on purpose. The first 2, we knew that there were things going on, but this last week, I'm excited to say I wrapped up filming on Saturday for season 1 of When Darkness Falls. I can't wait. Now they're going to hit the editing hardcore, and then hopefully we're hoping it will start to air on Quasm, on the Paranormal Channel on Quasm, late fall, hopefully, although we're already into fall. But hopefully soon. If not, in the wintertime sometime really excited to see what they do with it. So
awesome.
So we'll keep you posted on that. And what else? We've been busy too. We've been getting out a lot.
Yeah, and Paul and I have been out probably twice a week because I work for 2 weeks. So we've been all over. We got one day. We had Alex was in town, Petikoff there.
I wish I could have met him.
Yeah, and we grabbed lunch with him, and somehow we were going to head to Pennsylvania to do some squatching and changed our mind, and Paul had never been to Whitehall. So boy, this green screen is going to drive me nuts tonight. We drove to Whitehall, New York. So we got in the car and drove 4 hours to the other side of the state. We met up with Steve Culls, the Squatch detective. Mm-hmm. We went over to Vermont. So we hit Vermont, all of drove through the Adirondacks. So it's an interesting place. If you leave Lake George and drive to Rome for 3 hours, we didn't see any cars. But we got
any moose?
Yeah, I didn't see any moose either.
Good.
But we got to show Paul all the big spots, and now I'm going to drag him to his first Bigfoot event this weekend, and that's a great interlude or prelude or whatever into things. If I can get my buttons to work tonight.
So yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
This weekend in Whitehall, New York, September 25th.
Look who's speaking first.
Yes.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
Watch Festival, and Vita's going to join me for the show tonight, I think.
That's okay. We like her.
But, yeah, you've got me speaking, starting things off at 11. You've got the Lurk podcast. Kenny Irish, who's a friend of the show. We've been trying to get Kenny on, but it just doesn't ever seem to work. Emily Fleur from the Forest Fleur podcast, and Emily's done some really cool stuff. She interviewed me on her show. With Connor Anderson's going to be, they're doing a presentation. Connor works for Cliff, the North American Bigfoot. Paul Bartholomew, who is like the expert in the Northeast on all things paranormal, but Bigfoot, UFOs, you name it. Great guy. Mike, I don't know, or Rusty, but we got some other folks. Steve Culls, of course, the Squatch Detective. We've had Steve on. They got a costume contest. They've got a Squatch calling contest, and they even got a beer garden going. So it's going to be different. It's my first festival where there's a beer garden at, but
and I didn't get invited. What's up with that?
I don't know. I'm going to be too busy picking my stuff up and going to the woods. So it's a crazy weekend up there in Lake George.
I don't need you.
Yeah. The White House near Lake George, they got a big motorcycle thing going on. They got a balloon festival, cool. And then up in Ticonderoga, which is north of that, you got a big Star Trek festival with George Takei is going to be up there. So say if Leonard Nimoy's up there, I'm going up there. That's going to be really say it's George Takei. Yeah, when I talked to Paul the other day, that was what was going on. But we've been out in the woods. I took a coworker and her daughter out on Friday night to do some bigfooting, and something came through the woods. I just played the audio, and I got to get permission before I can share it with the rest of the world because and bleep out some adult content or.
You would almost think it was me the way she was talking.
Yes, swearing up a storm. So, Patty, if you're watching and give us permission, that'd be awesome. But it was fun. And then Paul and I went back to the area and were able to debunk some of the stuff that we heard. So that's going to be part of my presentation. So I don't want to give it away till after the weekend, but some of those Tactical Tuesdays will be coming back out. So you folks that are out there bigfooting or doing paranormal or stuff in the woods. All things that I'm going to bump in the night are actually, the boogeyman sometimes or Bigfoot. Or it's actually nature. Yeah. Well, I did fall, almost cracked my head open. But watch where your footing is, folks. Big thing. If you're doing paranormal or cryptid research, know where you're standing. Don't walk around in the dark and decide this is a good spot next to a tree because there's usually a rock that isn't glued down or by nature. Yep. So fall.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Anyway. So we have some things coming up too.
Yes. So
sorry, we're done. Yes, we do. So Mike has Whitehall coming up this weekend, and we have a special event coming up on October 12th, where we are going to be at the Pratt Opera House and Event Center. We were already there not too long ago, and we're going to do one more for the fall. Excuse me. And it's going to be, tickets are going to be $35, and you can call the number. It is pre-sale only, but there are lots of tickets. So go ahead and give a call in order to reserve your seat in the gallery for that. Some of the proceeds will be donated back to the Pratt's Opera House to help them restore, rebuild, preserve that as well. So that will be with me, but we're going to do a special show that night. We're not going to actually be live from 8 to 10 like we normally are because the gallery reading itself is from 7 to 9 that night. So we will be live from 5 to 6 from the Pratt Center, and then the gallery will be at 7. So come on down. It's for a good cause. It's a really nice place. You'll get to see the building as well. Come meet us. We want to meet you guys. Let's see you. Come on in, get some messages. The galleries are fun. Gallery readings are fun. It's for a good cause. So
folks, we got a little bit of just quick catch up, everybody, and we'll be doing the readings in a few minutes. We'll actually be bringing some guests on. Along with that gallery reading, we will also be giving away a couple of tickets to some lucky fans, and that will be posted on our Instagram by late Thursday afternoon, probably by the end of tomorrow night. So go over to Where's My Sage on Instagram. The contest and everything will be in there, and the link to the gallery. And basically, I'll have all the rules and regulations in the comment section.
He makes it sound like it's complicated. It's really not.
It's really easy. It's pretty much like our Instagram. You're going to like that post. You're going to tag somebody else. We're going to enter you in there, and then we're going to do the random number generator. And
we're going to give away 2 sets of 2 tickets.
Yeah. But you're going to have to.
You have to get yourself there, but we have the.
Yeah. And yes, you got to be in Western New York.
Or if you want to travel, come on over.
Yeah. But we're taking care of the tickets. Just the tickets to the event. Just the tickets to the event that night. So, again, that'll be posted on our Instagram. Where's My Sage? Okay, Jumpy. It's going to be one of those nights tonight. All right.
There's a fly on my hand, and I ignored the feeling that I felt like this, but it must be dying because it was still on my hand, and then all of a sudden I looked down, and it's like this big.
So it was trying to give its message before it left. I don't know. Anyway.
Anywho, so one more big biggie coming up right before because this is in October too. The Statler is having a psychic fair, and guess who's giving readings there?
Yeah. Okay. We don't have a sheet for it.
I haven't made one yet. So okay. October 24th. It's going to be from 1 to 6 in Buffalo at the Statler Fair, or excuse me, at the Buffalo Statler. And yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait. They've been doing so much work on it. Unfortunately, they're not doing tours this year. So this is actually a really good time to go and see at least some of it because they're doing a lot of work. So they just can't do tours, but the fair is happening. So come on out and visit us and come see all the psychics and all the vendors and all the different events are going to have going on. All the different functions they'll have.
Yep. Okay. And then quick, I'm just going to post a show schedule so everybody has a show schedule. So I may sneak in on the alternate weeks that we're not on, do a little Tactical Tuesday. But of course, tonight we've got Spirit Messages. October 5th, we're going to have Haunted Housewives on. They're a podcast. They're on Instagram. They're absolutely hysterical. I every time they got a post up, I'm watching. October 19th, we're doing another Spirit Messages, and then on November 2nd, Kristie has a special guest coming in, and who do we got, Kristie?
Miss Andrea Perrin from the Conjuring House. This lady is one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my whole entire life. As soon as I met her, she kept giving me hugs and kisses, and she was my kind of person. She just was so sweet. And so down to earth and just so nice. And I met her father. Her father was there too. So it's going to be quite a show. She has quite a history growing up, and she does her own things as well. She's an author, speaker. So we're going to really be able to talk to her and get to know her. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good show.
The Ghost Sisters we had on a couple of months ago, they just had her on, and very, very nice lady. So please, tune into that show. Tune in to all our shows. And okay, I'm going to do some quick little housekeeping, and then we're going to go back and say hello to the rest of the people I missed. Again, we're coming to you from 7 different locations tonight. So as you look for your comments and don't notice the comments are coming in from some of the other folks, it's because we're coming to you from 7 different pages. So we're on 1, 2, 3. We're on 5 Facebook 5 Facebook pages tonight, and 3 YouTube channels and Stream TV. And tomorrow it will be going out on all your favorite podcast locations. So it'll be out and around. So everybody that's tuned in, we want to say hello and thank you. Just everybody came in. We got the reading stuff coming in. And Kristie, go ahead if you want to give your speech as I say hello everybody here. I'll just kind of click his names as you're doing the
okay. And I don't know if you want to get the link ready and put the link up too.
I will do the link in a second.
He's like, back off. Let me do my thing. Blah, blah, blah. All right, everybody. So welcome to all the new people. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are probably new that I can't see if you're not in the chat room. So when we do a reading show, there's just a few things that I ask. One is that you just keep your questions short and to the point, because the longer you make your questions, the harder it is for us to read, the more it is to read, and it pushes everything up. Facebook's kind of funny. If the feed goes up too high, it's hard to get it back. And then poor Mike has to scramble and then sometimes ask for people to repeat. But also, please do not repeat your messages or your questions, rather. Mike has quite the system going on his end. For those of you who are not aware, he has like 3 screens up in front of him. And he has this whole thing that he does to make sure that we are able to accommodate and order the best that we can. That being said, I also have to tell you that I work with spirit and I work with spirit guides and the divine. So if your message does not get read tonight and it is kind of out of order, it's not on purpose and it's not personal. Sometimes we have to go with the flow and spirit does intervene. And so we go with the flow. But the idea of a group or a gallery reading or a reading show such as this is that we all go through this together. So even though I may not get to your question or we may go over it for whatever reason, it does not mean you can't get something out of it, because that's the beautiful part about this is one message can speak volumes to many of you out there. It's kind of like when you go in your car and you're having a bad day and you turn on the radio and the song comes on the radio and it just speaks to you and it just resonates. And this is the same idea. It's about doing this as a group together. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to do everything in between. And that's what makes this a special kind of experience. So again, just keep your questions short. Please tell us where you're from too. We like to know where you're from. And give me the name of the person you're asking about. So if you say grandparents, give me their names. It does just kind of help a little bit. Sometimes things are symbolic and sometimes I am not able to interpret something right in the moment. If that's the case and you really don't understand something that I said to you, please do not hesitate in the next couple of days, not tonight, but tomorrow or the next day, to please get a hold of me. Feel free to text me or call me and let me know, and I will try to clarify something for you. I never, ever want anyone to leave the show, walk away from this with feeling like they just are confused or don't understand, or that maybe the message was not for them. I've had people say that before, and then they call me and I'm actually able to explain more detail of how my gifts work and then realize, what's going on. And I explain it. And once I do, they understand the message. So I will definitely do what I can to help you with that, if that's the case. But definitely try to do it the next day or so, only because I eventually will not remember anymore. I try to take notes, but I don't always take, detailed notes, just depending on the situation. So what else? I think that's about it. Give us feedback. If you can give us feedback, we like that too. That's always nice, especially for everybody in the chat room, to see as well. So, all right. Yep. Validation's always good. So
again, another thing, we're going to put a little link in here. It's going to go to StreamYard. You're going to click on that link. It's going to take you to our backstage. And Amori is going to try to help me with the show tonight by barking every time I want to talk. So
sounds about right.
They're going to come hang out, I think, tonight, and we're just going to have them help me out.
They're our mascots. We love them.
Yes, we do. But so if you do come into the studio to ask your question in person, we ask you to come in, ask the question. Kristie will answer it, and then we'll just have you kind of back out of the backstage because I can only have a limited amount of people back there, and we'll bring you up one in, and we're going to grab one from a live question and one from my list. And again, I'm going to hold on.
Special props right here. Everybody say hi, Grandma and Uncle Leo.
So
love you. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yes. So we're going to grab one from the comment section. So yes, we are pulling from YouTube. We are pulling from Facebook. But again, we're coming to you from 5 different locations on Facebook right now and 3 different locations on YouTube. So let's get up to the top here.
Yeah, come on in and join us. And if you don't want the video too, we have to tell you, if you don't want the video on, you can shut your camera off. There's an option to do that. if you just want to come on and talk to us, because if yes, like that. So if we were to bring you on, it would be like that, because some people like me, I don't have my hair and makeup done usually, and I look like garbage, and all of a sudden I'm being pulled up on live for some reason. And yeah, but no, you don't have to, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. We can definitely keep that.
Yeah. And again, please ask the question once. This is a scroll setup, and if you ask more than once, it actually ends up popping the people off the top of my list. And it's hard to go back and find again. And I don't want to lose anybody's question. Probably want to hit your thing about you're not a medical doctor, and
yes.
am going to drop the StreamYard link right now. So
gotcha. So yeah, so please also remember too, I'm not a doctor. If you ask about health, I may or may not be able to answer it, or I may or may not be willing to answer the question. It will just depend on what the question is, but please don't ask me to diagnose you in any way or do anything like that as well. Okay. So you're going to see a lot going on with me tonight. But all I can do is ask you just to keep your minds wide open and be as relaxed as possible, and just allow the experience to be what it's going to be, and allow whoever's willing to step forward for you to step forward, because that's what needs to happen. And we need to be grateful for whoever is willing to take the energy to step forward when they're ready to do that.
And please, validation is key. So if you can validate something, I will try to get back and forth to get to the validation. So let me go up to the top here. Let's grab from the top and see what we have here. So,
alrighty.
Going back to the 8 o'clock hour.
And it's very simple, you guys. Just click on the link that Mike has posted in the chat room, and it's very easy. You just put your name in there, and you just click Enter Studio, and you're not going to just automatically pop up. You will just go in the back room. It's like our green room, and then we will bring you on. So you're not going to just like pop on out of nowhere. Okay.
Heavy breathing is not me. That's the shepherd.
All right. No comment.
Yeah. For first one's from Tara. Any messages for me tonight?
Hi, Tara. So I just wrote down, I went to write your name, and for whatever reason, I wrote the name Taryn down, and I'm not real sure why. So that might mean something to you. So I'm actually, I know they're in the picture, but I'm focused on what looks like one of your daughters, and I see her real red in the face, and I'm getting the feeling like part of the redness is maybe due to like a burn, like a sunburn, or she got burned or something, but also that she's very angry, very frustrated, very emotional. And your spirit guides are stepping forward, and they're letting me know to tell you, to reassure you that she's going to be all right. You just need to give her time. She will work through these things on her own. You just need to give her minimal guidance. See, he's slacking already. He's already not even. See, look at this. I'm kidding. And you're muted. I was kidding.
I'm right here, and I know I'm muted.
I'm such a jerk. I know. I was just teasing. But yeah, she's going to be okay. Just minimal guidance to, just help her through. But she's got to figure this out. And she's got to, because that's how she best operates and functions anyways. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, we got our first one coming in from the back. So let me go ahead and fix that quick. And let's see what we're going to do. And see, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. And why is that not coming up? Oh. Good evening, Jamie. How are you this evening? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Jamie.
I guess he's not with us this evening. All right. Gonna pull him from the studio.
Hello. All right. We'll try again, Jamie. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, unfortunately, we couldn't get through. So if somebody else wants to join us there, good. And let's go to the next question. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Looks like I'll let you pronounce this one. So come on. How do we pronounce your first name there? Lori?
Oh, she muted. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
Is
good.
Lori your first name?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank goodness, because I don't know how to pronounce your last name. How do you say that?
Oh, my last name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Yugoslav. It's Lalisic.
Of course it is. Well, thank you for clearing that up. How are you? Welcome.
I'm good. I'm good. I was just wondering if there's any messages from my dad.
From who?
My dad. We have a mother that's got really bad dementia. And I'm just wondering if he's got any messages for me.
So the first thing I'm hearing is she's going to be all right. She's going to be all right. And then he shows me eggs. Something about eggs. How do you connect eggs with either of your parents? Or maybe yourself?
I used to own a restaurant.
Breakfast was your best time.
Yeah.
He says, I was so proud of you. Okay, he's slightly starting to come forward where I can see him. So it was diner style. I see stools at a counter.
Yes, it was the very first one. Yes, it was.
Yeah, and it was at the shorter I can see that. How cool. I love that style. That's why I'm like totally like, yes, I love this. So the way your dad's communicating with me, the first thing I picked up on was there was something going on with his heart. Like I think he had a heart attack or he had heart issues or heart disease or something like that.
You're right.
Thank you. So the way he's communicating with me tells me that he was not able to communicate either effectively or at all at the time of his passing, whether it was 2 minutes or 6 months, it doesn't matter. Is that correct?
Right.
Thank you. So he looks to have been a taller man, not really, really tall, but he was probably like between 5'10" and 6 foot.
You're right.
Thank you. So he also looks to be leaner and he has, looks like whiter or lighter hair.
Yes, when he passed, yes.
Thank you. He also tells me that you have seen him since he's passed.
Yep.
He says, so how can you doubt me? And he's laughing. He goes, I scared the crap out of her too. Is that true?
Yeah, he does.
He does. Well, what's that?
And he has.
Yeah. He's laughing like he's not doing it on purpose, but he definitely thinks it's funny. Like I do that to my kids all the time. It's awful. So, it's not going to change when I die. He says, you have to do what's best. You have some hard decisions coming up here, don't you? I feel like you've already made some, but you have more.
Yes.
Yeah. He says it's a process, honey. You have to understand that. And he says you have to stop worrying about people who will be mad or angry or upset with you and just do what you know is right for your mother. You have a brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. He's kind of a pain.
Oh my God. You've got him right down to a T.
Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of yeah. Unfortunately, this all falls on you. And, you just have to do what's best. I also see your mom likes to sit in her chair, doesn't she? She has a chair she sits in.
Yep.
And it looks like she also has it's like a homemade Afghan or homemade blanket of some sort. Even if it's not, it looks like it because you know how the ones people used to make, especially back like in the 70s and 80s, has like the bigger holes.
Well, actually, she has one on her bed. Yes, she does.
Okay. I feel like you or somebody is trying to encourage her to be more active.
Yes.
Yeah, he says don't push that with her anymore. It actually makes her shut down harder, excuse me, than she already does.
Okay.
Yeah, just let her be. Like, encourage her in little ways, but really don't push her because it frustrates her more than anything and sends her in the way we don't want her to go. Again, if your doctor says or her doctor says that she needs that,
No,
you
no,
gotta,
no.
but it's one of those things where he's like, this isn't good for her. So it might be something you're trying to encourage her to do because you think it's in her best interest, but really he's like, it's making it worse.
Right. You're 100% right.
Okay. All right. He says, you're doing a good job. He says, and I am extremely proud of you. And he reaches over and gives you a hug. He also acknowledges that as much as he could be a little emotional and show, be affectionate, he really wasn't always, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. He says, I regret that. I really wish I would have been brave enough to do that earlier on. He says, but I'm grateful that I got to that point.
Wow. I miss him so much.
He misses you too. You just went and visited him recently?
Yeah,
Wait a second.
about 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
He's mad at me. I know he's mad at me.
Did you put flowers on his grave?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Because that's what I saw. I see a headstone and I see flowers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So know that he knows that when they bring up something that's, in the moment or in the present now that's happened recently, it's because they want you to know. Your dad's an ass, you know that?
Oh, yes, I know. But
he's a great guy.
Banner.
He's a great, I know poor Mike's like, damn it. No, but he's a good guy. No, I'm laughing because they love to interrupt and make me laugh when they say things while you're trying to like make a connection. He appreciates the flowers. He appreciates you keeping up and going to see, but he says if it's getting too hard for you, you don't have to feel obligated because I'm really not there. He says, I am always around you. And that's what I really want you to know. You're not alone. But as I was trying to deliver that nice, serious message, he says to me, he steps on this wooden floor and it keeps making a creaking noise. And he's going, your floor creaks, right? Just like, I'm like, really? Do you know which one he's talking about? It's a little bit darker, but it's not like a cherry wood dark. It's like dark maple color.
Right. And that was in his hallway. There would be a certain spot in his hallway that you would walk and it would be creaking constantly.
Yeah.
Is he all right though?
Oh, he's great. He's in the light and it doesn't get any better than that, I promise. He also says you could, he's so rude. He says you could also stand to dust once in a while.
No kidding. And that's the truth. I don't have time. Oh my God, Dad.
You and me both, sister.
Oh my goodness, Dad.
I'm like, dust, what's that?
We unfortunately are getting ready to put Mom in a home, and I just don't want him to be mad.
Not
I
at
don't
all.
want him to be mad.
Nope. He says, how can I be mad when you're doing the very best you can to take care of your mother for me? He said, that's all I could ask for. He says, you do whatever you have to do. Keep your mother safe. That's all I ask. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It was my pleasure. Thank you for joining us tonight.
No
I wish you the
problem.
best.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to pull Lori there from the list there. We're going to go up to the top. I'm unmuted for once. There's a miracle. Hey, guys, please remember, like, share, subscribe. Again, Kristie's going to be doing that live gallery at the Pratt Opera Center. That's going to be on our Instagram in the next day or so. So the next one is coming from we did that one. Oh, no, I lost somebody. All right, let's go. We're going to go with Amanda. Hi, guys. Long time. I've been feeling kind of lost lately. I'm hoping to hear something from my father or grandmother to bring me out of my lull.
Hi, Amanda. Your spirit guides are actually stepping forward. That was weird. tried to write grandmother, and it was total chicken scratch to a point where I couldn't even read it. I had to scribble it out and rewrite it for myself. But I feel like that is how she was. I feel like that was her handwriting. I feel like she's coming through that way. Your spirit guides are coming forward and saying it's really time for you to start making the effort to make the changes you know you need to make in your life. I feel like you need to really do some soul searching and try to be happy. You need to start, they're saying, answering the call. And I actually had to say that to somebody else today too, who called me. And that is really, that's going to be the key. They keep saying you're too self-conscious. You're too worried about what other people think, even though in some respects you're not. So it makes you feel like you're not, but you really are, because you're still letting those fears affect you in other ways. I feel like, and this is not COVID related, I feel like you're more introverted. You tend to stay home rather than want to go out. But the problem is, the more you withdraw in all these different ways, the harder it's going to be for you to put yourself out there again and to really, you just have to break the barrier. That's the best way I can say it. You just have to break the barrier. Your guides are saying, get out and do something fun that's related to music. So they're real adamant about that. Music is like the key there. That's the important. Yeah. So I wish you the best of luck, honey. I see that if you can do this, it's going to take a while, but that's because the things you're going to learn on this journey are going to really help catapult you when you close this chapter of your life, because things are going to be very different. Work will look up. They're correcting me. Your career will take off. Home, I see your home life, where you live. I see just nothing but points to nothing but positive and good and happy. So, and when I say it's not going to take off until, that doesn't mean life's not going to happen along the way and you're not going to be happy and have those moments and make memories and do whatever. But you're slowly going to see a change, and that's what you need, because that's how we learn. And so this is really, the next 10 months they're telling me are going to be extremely pivotal for you one way or the other. So you're going to have to really commit to yourself. Okay. So you can do it. I know you can. I wish you the best of luck, honey. Good luck with everything. Thank you for watching.
Okay. You know what I forgot to mention earlier? Again, we're on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, and all those great podcast locations. So you can go back and listen to some of these audio shows that are more audio present than more photo.
More what?
More than video, more than still
what was
pictures.
That word? What was that word?
Photo was what I said first.
Audio.
Audio. Yes. Anyway, we're two downloads from 3,000.
Really? It went up. You guys, go find us. Please.
Yes, please go over to those great podcast locations. So if you're driving in the car and want to listen to a podcast, please go check us out over there.
Yeah.
We're two. And Spreaker sends me this cool little thing every time we hit certain numbers and stuff. So our next one's coming in from Carmela in the video side. And come on up here, Carmela, with us. How are you doing this evening?
Good. How are you guys?
Hi, Carmela. How are you?
Good. My question is do you have any messages from my sister Nicole?
You know what I'm hearing? And this is actually coming from your spirit guides. They want you to slow down, and they want you to really try to focus on being in the here and the now more so than anything right now. I feel like you're always worried or anxious about getting to the next thing or the next step, if that makes sense. Like you'll look into something, or you'll ask about something, or you'll get advice about something. And before you really live in that moment, you know what I mean? Or even achieve, like really take in the achievement and the accomplishment or whatever it is, you're already looking to the next thing. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's me all the time. My mind never settles.
Okay. So yeah, they really want you to reel it in, and you have to really work at going against the grain, because that's going to be really important for you coming up here with your life. The number 10 is also coming into my head for you as well.
Number 10.
In this next decade, the next 10 years of your life, and I know that seems like a long time, but again, like I just explained to our other guests, this is going to be a learning process for you. Things are going to happen along the way. You're going to accomplish things and have fun and make memories and live your life. But after you reach that 10-year mark, they're telling me that that's going to pretty much be the end of when you're going to be in a position to really work on you and get to where you want to go before things are going to quiet and settle for you, and your life's going to be the way it's going to be. So if you are in complete control right now, with how far you want to take things and what you want to do and what you want to accomplish and where you want to be and who you want to be. Does that make sense?
No, it does. I've been working a lot on myself especially the past 3 years.
Good.
After I lost my sister. So it definitely makes a lot of sense. I've grown up a lot. So
actually they're telling me you're 3 years into that 10 already.
Yeah, we just had her 3-year mark of her passing and her birthday.
Sorry. What was her first name?
Nicole.
Spell it.
Nicole.
Ooh, took my breath away, like right up in here. I'm also getting a sharp pain in my side in the front, almost like I would think it would be an appendix or a gallbladder. How do you connect with that?
I am actually having, I have endometriosis. I'm actually having surgery in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm having reconstructive surgery.
Wow. Go get him, girl. Because that is some sharp pain I'm feeling. And it's not fun.
Yeah, no, so, I always get like constant pain. This will probably be like my 17th surgery.
Oh, you poor thing. I know that can be very involved and brutal, but I feel like it's not going to fix it completely, but I think it's going to give you more relief than they're expecting this time.
I hope so.
Change your diet too. They're saying to change your diet.
Yes, I have a very bad eating diet.
Yeah. I'm seeing wheat. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose you with things, but they're saying your diet, especially gluten, is huge. People don't realize, like, even me growing up in the 80s, I was like, we ate all that stuff. But even back then, our food wasn't like it is now. You know what I mean? Even the processed stuff wasn't as processed and didn't have, the better the preservatives, the worse the chemicals, so it's like, as we go on and we eat the things we eat and consume the way, the things we do, it just changes our bodies, and people just don't get that. So it's always like, oh, the gluten kick. No, I mean, it's just about realizing what we're eating and how it's made. It's not like it used to be. So if you actually pay attention to that, I think you're going to find you're going to feel a lot better, because it's going to help calm a lot of the inflammation in your body.
Okay. And then I just have one more quick question. My brother and sister-in-law just lost a baby. Can you tell me?
I'm being told not to go there.
Oh.
Sorry. They just, your spirit guides just cut that right off and said, do not answer that question. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. They might not be ready to hear it. It might not be the right venue. I don't know, but they were like, nope. Yeah. Sorry, honey. But thank you for your question, and thank you for always joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good evening. Bye. Okay, our next one is going to be coming in from the chat side of things. It's going to be from Tanya. Wondering if you had any messages from Dave tonight. And again, folks, we're alternating between our chats. So we're coming to you again from from 8 different locations tonight, from between Facebook and YouTube. And I put a little link in there, and that takes you to StreamYard, and that pulls us into the show application that we use. And we'll bring you in, and you'll be able to ask your questions. So I'm answering one from the chat, one from the live, and you may not see the questions that we're asking until I pull them up. So, and I've interrupted Kristie, so I'll turn it back to her.
That's all right, I'm used to it.
And Tanya Moose.
Michael ass.
No, she that was her next comment. If I click off, I'm going to lose her comment. So she says, so I'll click it after. So you got any messages from Dave for Tanya tonight?
All right. So don't encourage him. Are you kidding me? The last excursion we were on, he was looking for moose again. He's gonna die on one of these trips with me if he doesn't stop. Or we're gonna hightail you, or we're gonna hijack you, and you can put up with him. Sorry. So, anywho, okay. So Dave, I saw a motorcycle. I feel like he's describing personality, although I also feel as if he probably either rode one or was associated or affiliated with motorcycles in some way. But personality-wise, he's letting me know that he knew how to have fun. He could get a little wild and crazy, rode the line, really got out there and lived life. I feel like he was more of a friend to you than anything else. And the one thing he said to you, the only thing I heard was, I want to see you dance like no one's watching you. That's what I heard. All right. So thank you for your question. Best of luck. Oh, wow.
Somebody's going to get banned.
Oh, you are not allowed to ban your mother.
You already did that once.
That was an accident.
Yeah, it happens when you click the wrong buttons around here. I learned that myself. So our next one is, we're going to bring Michelle up here. Good evening, Michelle. And
Hi, Michelle.
How are you this evening?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Good, thank you. What can I do for you?
What's your question this evening?
I am, number one, I'm on a weight loss journey, and I just had my hip replaced. I've been pretty sedentary, and I work with one of the lovely ladies that is watching this now. She knows what I've gone through, and I really want to reach my weight loss goals within about 6 months. Do you feel that I hopefully will be able to meet those?
Not in 6 months.
Yeah.
But they're not saying that it's not realistic. 6 months is unrealistic. You do this all the time to yourself. You've done it your whole life. You set unrealistic goals thinking that they're more motivational. And then you end up kind of sandbagging yourself instead of being realistic. I do it to myself all the time. And then I end up either shutting down or getting overwhelmed and then not completing the task at all, rather than just realizing that whatever it is, but especially with weight loss, I have to just let it be what it's going to be. And I feel like you have to really focus on that at this point. I did see Weight Watchers though. Are you trying? Is that what you're trying?
No, I'm actually starting a program called Optavia.
Okay. I saw WW for you, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yep. Because with you, they're showing me you on a springboard. You just keep bouncing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, because it really is about, they're also telling me you have you're an emotional eater.
I am.
And they're telling me that, the reason you do that, if you don't, and I think I don't even know if you realize this 100% anymore. I think you did when you were younger, but now you're not quite sure why. It's just because it's what you know at this point. But whatever trauma or whatever awful experience you went through when you were young, you've got to deal with that. Does that make, you can just say yes or no? Do you understand
It
that?
does. Yeah, it does.
Until you tackle that and until you deal with that head on once and for all, you're going to fight this battle your entire life.
Right.
That is what's going to actually help you stop eating emotionally and making you, it's going to help you deal with the depression, which is going to help you go out and be more active and do all those things that in your head you really want to do, but you just can't seem to do. Does that make sense?
It does make a lot of sense.
They went right to the core. They're not pulling any punches on that one.
Yeah.
You have to start being, you have to hold yourself accountable and really be honest. And that's really hard, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. I see within 3 years, you're going to probably be where you want to be as long as you do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Can I ask you one more question?
Real quick.
Are you getting any signs from beyond for me? From people?
No, your spirit guides decided that your dad is with you. Your dad's there. He was like, nope, just tell her I'm here. Just tell her I'm here. He's passed, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Yep. Your dad is there. You can do this.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I wish you all the best.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. So 3 or 4 of them got bumped off because a couple of repetitive questions, but we'll try to go back. But John Kennedy with Bigfoot Rocks, he did say hello. And again, that was in with that group of questions that got bumped off. So again, we're going to take one from over here and we'll go back to another live one. This is from Grace. Any messages from my mom? It was her birthday yesterday.
Hi, Grace. So first of all, if you muted me. I know you can hear Greg talking. It sounds like he's giving someone directions to fix something. So if you hear him, I apologize. He's not that loud. Holy crap.
I was adjusting your volume and muted myself and muted everybody.
That's what you got. Anywho.
And I'm the guy who came up with the new thermal chemistry. Okay.
All right. So, Grace, something about picking up toys, because that was the first thing I heard. Pick up those toys. And your mom says that you actually did something to remember her for her birthday. And I feel like you did celebrate it, in some way, acknowledge it in some way with other people. For whatever reason, this poor woman felt like after she passed, people were going to forget her. And so she's really grateful that you remembered her. Now she's going like this with her hair. And she's like, I never liked my hair. And she's like this. I never liked my hair. She's very pretty. If that's your mother in the picture, she's very pretty. She says, you rock. That's what I just heard. You rock. So, yes. Thank you very much for your question. And I hope that helps you. Oh my goodness.
All right.
I love spirit with personality. I love it.
So that one. The next one is going to be from Stasi coming up here. Good evening, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Stasha.
Oh, well, I guess
is that how you say your name, Stasha?
Stacia.
Stacia. I was closer than you. How are
Can't
you
pronounce
tonight?
Mike. That's why Mike's only got 4 letters. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
technically, Michael's longer than Mike, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's why I go with Mike. Because, 4 letters at the beginning, 4 letters in the end. Anyway, so what is your question this evening, ma'am?
What can we do for you tonight?
I just had a question. My aunt just recently passed unexpectedly. I was wondering if there's anything from her.
She was younger. I'm very sorry. She was younger though, wasn't she? Like
Yes.
middle-aged older. So when I say middle-aged older, I mean anywhere between like 40 and 70.
Yeah.
She's presenting in 2 different ways to me by feeling. But when you mentioned her, it kind of tightened in here, and it really caught my breath. I do feel like she said she had some sort of heart issue, even if people didn't know it, or she might not have known it. Are you aware of that?
No, she was actually in an accident, a car accident,
Oh,
but
it was
I
that,
mean,
yeah.
we don't know the reason why she was in the accident.
By herself.
Yeah.
All I saw was this. I see a woman, and then I see boom, and she's done and gone.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like her heart gave out or something happened with her heart.
Okay.
And that was it. Yeah, because I feel like it was a one-person accident. She didn't hit or hurt anybody else, correct? It was just her hitting something.
She did hit somebody else, but they were fine. They were absolutely fine.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
So I have to tell you, the way your aunt is presenting to me, she hesitated to come forward at first. She did start to communicate with me, but it was with vision and feeling. But she's not showing herself. And it's almost like she's backed away from talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way they communicate with me in and of itself tells me a lot about how they died. Usually it means they committed suicide, but that's not it. It can also mean that she is acknowledging responsibility or accountability in some way for how or why she died, the how, what, where, why, when of how
That
she
makes
died.
sense. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it can also mean they were murdered or there were questionable circumstances, but I know that's not it either. She definitely is trying to show you she knows she's accountable or responsible because she makes me feel like she was negligent with her health in some way.
Okay. Yep. It makes sense.
That's why she initially made me feel like I have a heart issue, because the way I physically responded when you started talking about her, I clenched up in here. This is cardiopulmonary for me, but I felt like it was more heart. So there was something with her heart, but she wants you to know that it was quick and over and done.
Okay.
And even now I'm not really seeing her. I'm kind of hearing her, but I'm feeling most of this.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
But she is in the light and she is okay. And she's just not ready to, for any other reason other than herself, or maybe she doesn't like this venue, but she's coming forward because you're asking.
Right.
But that's the gist of it. She's giving you the gist of it.
Right.
They'll usually always, even if they don't want to talk in a certain venue or at a certain time, they usually will always at least come forward because you ask and give you something.
Right. Absolutely.
She used to do your hair when you were little, didn't she?
She did. She did.
That. Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that. I see you sitting. I see her combing your hair, braiding it, ponytail, like whatever. She's just doing your hair.
Mm-hmm. She used to cut my hair when I was a kid.
Excellent. So she gave you that little tidbit more just to
Yes,
validate yourself. So
perfect.
Yeah, so I'm very sorry.
It's
I know
okay.
that's so
Thank you. I
hard.
appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. Man, this one I've had and it's gone back and it's hidden and it's come back. And this is for Christina. Any messages for her tonight?
Hello. No, because you didn't spell my name correctly. No, I'm kidding. I can give Christina her time. Okay. Mike's like, oh, I'm done. I'm just teasing you. Hey, listen, I have to break it up. I have to like keep my energy, you know.
Technology tonight has been interesting on this app, let's say the least. So
Why? What do you mean?
just the messages I about to click on and I go to click and they're not there. And it's interesting.
Ooh, girl, it's time for you to move on. Time to move on, my dear. This job is not doing it for you anymore. Mm-hmm. Was that your phone?
Yeah, work.
I'm hearing your guides are very adamant. It's not for you. It did not work out. It was not meant to be long term. There is something better coming for you. So be open to it. Be open to it. Within 6 months, I believe you'll be gone. And that's it, my dear.
Okay.
So thank you for your question.
Okay.
Best of luck. Let me know.
Follow up from Grace that she said we would never forget her. She was the best. It's her. And then thank you. So you're definitely getting some follow up back on there. And Christina said she just started a new job. So that's not good if they're already saying you're going.
I said it the way it came to me. So congratulations.
Yeah, but I think she wants
Good
to go
for you.
But I know she's looking at another job, so I think you're right.
Thank you for that. I know it kind of made me look bad. What's up with that? I'm teasing.
Okay. The next one is from our live stream out back. So coming in is from Janelle. And what is your question this evening, Janelle?
Hi, I was just wondering if there was anything from my boyfriend, Doug.
Ooh. Oh my God. The first thing I heard was, I love you, baby. Mm-hmm. Would he say that?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, in that way?
Babe, usually.
Okay. You were engaged?
Mm-mm.
Had you been talking about marriage? Because he's indicating something about...
No, he was against it.
So you're the one who wanted to get married?
Mm-hmm.
Spell his name for me.
Doug. D-O-U-G.
Don't call me Douglas.
Yep.
He strikes me as a total outdoors guy, hunter, fisherman, whatever the case is. I mean, it doesn't have to be specific, but he definitely was like, get me outdoors. Get me doing something out there. I see him maybe working on dirt bikes or four-wheelers or whatever, like just hands-on outside doing whatever. And I'm just pretty much naming everything my husband does outside because that's just the kind of guy he is. So I'm hearing his voice. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I just told someone else a few minutes ago. The way he's coming to me, the way he's communicating and not communicating with me tells me, did you hear the whole explanation I gave a minute ago to somebody else about the way they come forward? Okay, so the way he's communicating with me actually tells me a lot about how they died. And usually it means they committed suicide. Yes? No? Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm very sorry. He keeps telling me there's more to it, but I'm not getting the whole picture just yet. But unfortunately, in a situation like this, it can get it's too quick.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he is coming to me acknowledges that he is accountable or responsible. He's taking responsibility, which is something he had a very hard time doing in his life. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. You have a daughter?
No
Did
kids.
he?
No.
Okay, this is going to get a little deep, but do you have any boundaries for me here in this venue?
No.
Did you have a miscarriage or an abortion?
No.
I truly feel like you lost a baby that you were not aware of, and he's telling us it's a girl because you absolutely have or had a daughter. Do you have a little girl in your life that is like a daughter to you now?
His niece.
Thank
is
you.
very close.
Okay, that's who he's talking about in life, but the fact that he took me down the other path tells me that at some point you must have had a miscarriage. Here's the thing about that stuff, and I'll just give you a very quick explanation. In my experience doing this, when those kinds of things are brought to our attention, it's because those souls know when they sign up for that, they're not coming through all the way. So basically what happens is it's to help the mother, the father, the couple together. So your body changes in some way. The pregnancy itself helps to create the situation needed for you or whoever else needs it to do what you need to do, or to give you the chance to do what you have to do. Does that make sense?
Okay, a little bit.
He's telling me about 4 years ago. So I don't know if there was a point in time about 4 years ago where, and it might not have been with him, I don't know. But whatever the case is, don't just think of being with him. So there was a time when you probably didn't feel well. You didn't know what was going on. You might have suspected or just were kind of like, maybe, whatever the case is. And I'm also going to tell you this, because he is insistent that I approach this particular message with you in the first person. But if you really can't connect with this, then as he continues to insist on the first person perspective, that's his way of telling me it's not you, it's someone close to you. So if it's really not you, it's got to be somebody like friends, family, coworkers that you would have known or know. And it was a girl. Okay. So put a pin in that for now if you can't make the connection.
Okay.
I feel like it might have even been in his life. He says, all I ask, we're moving on now. He says, all I ask is that you help take care of and look after her. And he's talking about his niece. That was like a daughter to him. Please, 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 please. He's in the light. I need you to understand that he crossed over. He's not really telling me how he passed. It does not matter. He doesn't have to, but he is in the light. I mean, how he did it. I mean, like we know how, but he's not getting into detail, and that doesn't need to be. He just keeps going, I'm really sorry. And the way he's talking to me, his voice is a little bit deep, but it's not too deep. It's almost like it's a tenor, male tenor type of a sound, but it has just a little bit of an undertone where it has just that little bit of a bass to it. I don't know how else to describe it. But he also almost sounds like he's from the South in some way. The way he's pronouncing certain words to me sounds like he's got a little bit of a drawl or a Southern accent of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah. I just have to tell you everything I got to tell you. I don't know. But so you have a house together?
No.
All right. What I specifically heard was sell the house. Okay. Again, it might be a message for somebody else. It might not be meant for you.
I'm thinking of buying the house I'm living in, so I don't know if that's it, or the house he was in got sold. But
okay, was there concern that because he's very adamant, it was very sell the house.
He lost the house.
Okay, but was there concern about getting rid of it for whoever had to sell it or whoever was responsible for it?
He got it back.
Sell it.
Okay.
Sell it. He says he wants you to have the profit.
I wouldn't get it.
But he wants you to know. Don't overthink it. He's
Okay.
letting you know he would want you to have it.
Okay.
He's looking at me going, I don't know how else to make it up to her. Like, I don't know how else to let her know how sorry I am, or to let her know how serious I am, or was, but still is, and how I feel and how I felt. He says I was a stupid jerk. Well, clearly you can connect with that.
Yeah.
We
call him we have his mom and sister and I have name for him.
I have a banner for that.
Mike's just gonna get the ticker up. You can
I have a banner for that.
We call him the dumbass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He says I was reckless. He says, but most importantly, I was reckless with your heart, and that was not okay. He says I should have married you a long time ago. How does what does 5 mean to you? I almost feel like it's 5 years. What's up with 5 years?
It will be, it would have been 5 years next month. Yep.
He says I was a dumbass. Ticker, please.
Yeah.
It's not big of a ticker.
I know. Sorry. Can you hear my husband in the background?
No, I can hear.
Somebody must be having a major problem because he's trying to help them fix something over the phone. I'm like, shut up.
I've got you turned all the way down too.
Okay. He seems to be quiet.
Take this. Turn this way.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. He's telling me 3 years was like was a big mark for you. 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why was that so special? How can you validate that?
It would have been 3.5 years that we were together when he committed suicide. But
Thank you.
Other than that,
I'm yelling at my husband. Sorry. So what I need you to understand is he is bringing up specific pieces of information to validate who he is for you, to let you know he's really there. Oh, wow. He's laughing. He says, oh man, you have some rage, girl. You've got some rage. There have been many times where you have been alone in a room and you have screamed at him. Oh my God. He's laughing. He's like, tell her I heard every word, because if you don't tell her that I hear her when she does that, she's going to keep doing it. He says, and you know what I do? Like, I see your bed. And then I see him leaning against the wall across from the side of your bed. He says, I stand there and I take every word. I take every ounce of it. I take it because I deserve it. He says, I wish I could let her know that I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah. So know that he is with you. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, honey.
Thank
you
you.
very much for joining
Okay.
us. Yeah. Best of luck with everything.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Again, folks, if you're going to come in and join us, we ask that you just ask the one question, and then we're going to pop you out of that back studio. Unfortunately, if you keep popping back in, I got to hit the ban button that bounces you out of there. That way we can let more people come in. Let's go to the next one's going to be from the comments. This is from Lisa. Hi, Kristie. Is there any messages for me for my son's father, Austin? I keep having flashbacks of what happened. And again, please hit that like, share, subscribe button, guys.
Hi, Lisa. Your spirit guides are stepping forward. The reason so for those of you who've watched me work before or seen me in person work, when we're in a group setting, there's usually themes. And even though none of you could have anything in common with each other, and none of you have met, excuse me, you still have lots in common, even if you don't realize it. And tonight's theme, so I always say there's themes. And tonight's theme is all about taking back yourself and really writing the next chapters, or getting ready to write the next chapters for yourself. And your spirit guides are coming forward and saying just that. The reason you're having flashbacks is because you had to focus so much on everybody else, and you had to handle so much that you were not able to truly mourn and deal with things yourself. You did to a certain degree, but not really. And until you give yourself that time, you are not going to be able to probably have this stop. They really, 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 really need you to give yourself permission to do what you have to do now for you. Everybody else will be okay. Your kids will be okay. His mother will be okay. Everyone else will be okay. You just need to look after you now. Okay? Because if you don't, you're not going to be any good to anyone else. And from what I can tell, you have one child, I feel like it is your son, who, because I feel like you have more than one, but I feel like your son especially is going to need you, and he's very trying. It can be very trying with him for lots of different reasons, and you're going to need to be on your game. Okay? It's not selfish. It is not self-centered. It is necessary to take care of yourself and be healthy, mind, body, and soul. Okay? So that's the biggest thing you can do for yourself right now. All right. So I'm sorry for your loss, and we really appreciate you joining us tonight. I'm sorry.
Okay. Our next one's going to be from the back room. We're coming in with Chris. Good evening, Chris. How are you this evening? And what is your question for Kristie?
Hi, Chris.
Chris, are you with us? I have to give you one more chance, Chris, or I got to go to the other comments there. So
You might have to try again.
Yep. Chris, are you there with us? There we are. Hey, Chris. Hello.
Huh.
I'll try Chris's volume like I did with
He's like,
everybody
"Hello."
else's tonight. Yep. Hello.
And for all of you who are leaving
All right, Chris.
messages in the chat room, please make sure you're giving me names. If you're asking for somebody specific, like, mom, dad, grandma, sister, friend,
All right.
whoever.
I'm gonna pull Chris for
All right.
right now because we don't have audio.
Okay.
Kick him from the back there.
Try again, Chris.
Try again. I know he's tried a couple of times to come in.
Oh,
so,
he has.
It is that time. Oh, wow, we didn't do a commercial. So let me grab a quick commercial and we'll come in and we'll grab a couple more. So quick commercial here. All right, guys, be back in a second. So go grab your water, run to the bathroom. We will be back on momentarily.
WLFE-DB.com, where you can find vodcast shows, podcasts, and more, like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Paratalk Radio, Just Cindy, and more. So go check out WLFE-DB.com, where talk radio is a whole lot better. Our shows are your shows, and that there makes for a great talk radio.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Ted Van Son Jr. is a seasoned investigator and well-versed in the ways of paranormal investigation. He is now ready to share his ideas and unique approach with all of you. Flashlight, recorder, and comfortable shoes. Hit the ground running as you follow this easy step-by-step guide to a fun and thorough paranormal investigation, perfect for first-time and lightly seasoned investigators. Think outside the paranormal box. Learn all about the technology and techniques used back in the early days of paranormal investigation. You can find these valuable resources online at Goodreads, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Amazon. Get yours today.
Hi, I'm Jenna Grover. In the world of fashion, we get lost in the cost. Everyone wants that special piece of quality jewelry, but they can't afford it. Not on my watch. I sell handmade quality jewelry for a fraction of the price, and that includes jewelry made of sea glass, natural stone, crystal beads, glass beads, Bigfoot jewelry, and more. If you don't see what you want, email me, because I make custom jewelry too. Check out my website at gbythesea.com. Also, you can email me at jewelry@gbythesea.com.
You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Okay, it looks like YouTube is acting up for some reason. That's weird. Oh, no, I found it. Okay.
Why are we having issues with that feed?
No, it's coming in strange, but I just refreshed it. It came up, so that's good. That, as long as I can refresh it, we'll pull it back up. So
okay.
Let me come back to where that was. So again, folks, if you want to join us live, go ahead and click on that link. Looks like some folks, we try to bring Chris in there. This is from Lynn. Looking for any guidance on the family challenges.
Ooh. Hi, Lynn.
Yeah, it looks like StreamYard put Facebook before YouTube tonight for some reason.
You know, the first thing I saw with this, I see a group of people, and I see you, and I see you slowly just backing away from the group. I feel like they want you to just quietly take yourself out of the equation. Just let it go. Your spirit guides are saying something about you treading water. And that's not going to last very much longer. But I'm also feeling a contradiction, almost like you feel as if you have to be involved, or you can't help but be involved, or you feel like you have an obligation or you should. And they're saying, not if you want things to get better. I see like 4 or 5 people in this circle, and I feel like they are going to do nothing but bicker, and they're going to do nothing but try to one up the others, and you don't need to be part of that. They're showing me that you should every so often kind of like peek over. How's it going? Okay. Make sure everything is the way it should be, but stay out of it otherwise. That's the best thing you can do for the situation. Yeah. You must be, you must have had a thought or a feeling just now, because one of your spirit guides just yelled in my ear, don't get involved. And the tone they use and the way they said it to you tells me you must be challenging what they're telling you. And they're saying the bottom line is, do not get involved. Stay out of it. Okay? It's the best thing you can do for yourself. And I feel like your family too, your immediate family. All right. So thanks for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, yeah, it looks like I just had to go in and refresh that feed and kind of kick things back around a little bit.
Thank you.
So, this is from Raya. Any messages for me?
Hi, Mariah. I feel like you need to get out and start doing what you want to do more. Do for you. That's what I'm hearing. Do for you. I'm also picking up on school in some way for you. I almost feel like maybe that's something you should consider. Something it's almost like an extension of something you've already done. I also see you at home just hustling and rushing all over, taking care of family and house. And I feel like you never stop. You're always like going at, your motor is always running at 100. They're saying that they know it's going to be hard and busy, but there's never going to be a good time. And they want you to seriously sit down and consider some of the things that you want and need in life. It's very important for you to do that before you get to the first stages of feeling and being burned out. For sure. Yeah. All right. It's only going to make it better. And if you do it now, you're going to be able to really get to where you want to go in life. And I feel like it, some way you're apprehensive because you're like, well, I really don't know what that is. You need to start figuring that out now. That's why they're letting you know it's okay to start doing that now. Okay. What those next steps for you are going to be: getting out, living a life, figuring those next things out for yourself. All right. So thank you very much for your question. Best of luck with everything.
I'm back. I'm just fixing YouTube here.
That's all right.
Bring that up. Oh, kidoki. Which is really weird. I think that's why we're switching more over to YouTube from Facebook stuff, because it really doesn't want to do things the way it should. So
yeah.
All right. So this is from 10-9. Any messages from my guides?
10-9. I love it. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. As cool as I feel like that name is, I feel like that's a cover in some respects. And I think that you need to peek out from behind the mask. You're so used to being what everybody else wants you to be and what you think everybody else expects of you. And enough. It's bullshit. It's time to pull it aside. I like you. I have to say, I like you. I like the feeling that I get. You have a lot to offer. So your spirit guides are saying to me, though, you have to make sure that what you do it the right way. I almost feel like I need to use the word appropriate with you. Make sure you do things appropriately. And then I see a work situation and I'm being told it will be okay. It will be okay.
If it's a work situation with 10-9, somebody listens to the radio and needs to turn it up then. Because they're going 10-9 all day long.
Well, that explains the vision of where I saw the workplace, which is why I said workplace. So thank you for that validation. So, yeah. So thank you for your question and thank you for watching. Best of luck.
All right. Mr. Shaw's in the house.
Yeah, Mr. Shaw. Miss
Thank you for watching.
Say hi to Nancy.
Yes. He is the man, folks.
He's
Check
the
out
legend.
Black Cat Lounge before us.
I know he didn't have his show tonight for some reason. He was helping a guy.
Sure, he was
lending a hand, foot, nose, whatever to a buddy.
Paint for somebody? No.
Oh, wait, painting? Sniffing the fumes.
So just to catch up on these guys that we lost when that feed didn't come through. So from Heather, I was wondering if there are blah, 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 blah. Yep, that's what I get for getting up too early this morning. I wonder if there is any messages from you.
Hi, Heather. It's time for you to think outside the box. You've got to step out of your comfort zone and into your uncomfortable zone. And you have to think outside the box, get creative with your situation. You can make things happen. I'm seeing a braid. All of a sudden, I see a braid, like hair braided. It looks like hair braided. Maybe it's a rope. Yeah, it's hair. You also need to start setting boundaries. I feel like you get overwhelmed very easily. I feel like when you have a lot, you do have a lot coming at you from different angles in your life. So thinking outside the box is going to help you to not feel so boxed in, to remember and acknowledge that you have options. And that's really important for you in the future and now. Your current situation is not going to change unless you attack it from a different angle. And they're not telling me how to help you any more than that. And they're not going to let me help you any more than that, because they're saying, if you don't, this is one of the issues in this life that you have to learn how to figure out, is how to think outside the box, how to ask for help and gain new resources. And they're telling me you're holding back though, because you kind of do, but you just don't want to, or you don't realize you can, or you're too afraid of putting somebody out to ask for help, whatever the case is. But you can do for you. And you need to, but you have to really get creative with this one. Okay. But I see everything working out, and I think everything is going to be okay for you. And I see the sun rising. So things are going to brighten up for you. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay. Our next one is going back up here. And where'd that comment go so I can pull it off there? There we go. The next one's going to be coming from the back room. We're going to be bringing Mark up. Good evening, Mark. How are you this evening?
Good. Yourself?
Good.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
And what is your question this evening, Mark?
Will I be reunited with my children?
I feel like this is a messy situation. I feel like there's a lot of components. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like there's some legal stuff going on.
Yes.
Oh, hang on a second. Mark's still with us, but as he's missing a top there, and we are on Facebook, I had to pull it down. So
can you put a t-shirt on real quick?
Yeah.
Mark, can you put a shirt on?
You can still hear us, correct?
I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to block the camera, and then I can bring him back up again.
Oh, he can shut his camera off.
Yeah. Mark, can you turn your camera off for me? Oh, no. Mark, if you're there, come on back in. Just
put a t-shirt on quick, or wrap yourself in a blanket or something.
Yeah, I don't want to, but yeah, we can't have that with Facebook. And I'm freezing. Can you hear me okay, or am I sound like I'm 6 minutes behind everybody?
You do have a delay. There is a delay.
Okay. All right, let me pull myself there.
Well, hello, everybody.
I'm back. Okay, I just had to.
You still have a delay.
Yeah. Okay.
Your lips are like, yeah, and I'm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if Mark can come back with a shirt, we'll bring Mark back up there. So Heather, so thank you.
Oh darn. Okay.
All right. Chris said he can hear us okay on that, so it must be through the app. Okay. You know, and I love StreamYard. I don't know why it's being so temperamental tonight. So let's see if Mark's back.
Is that Mark? All right, Mark.
Yeah, all right. Come on back up there, Mark.
That's a great color on you.
sorry, bud. I was trying to just shut your camera off from this side. They wouldn't let me do that either.
No problem.
Okay, so you are not going to be. Things are not going to work out the way you're hoping in the time frame that you're hoping.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like it's going to be a while before you are able to be reunited with your children the way you want and hope to be reunited with them. I feel like there are some things that you have to do, and I feel like there are some requests being made of you. Is that correct? Just yes or no?
No.
Okay. Is that yeah, see this I feel like there's some things you have to do first. I'm not wavering from that. There are things that you have to handle, whether it's officially from a court, whether it's officially from, your spouse, whether it's just things your kids are telling you they need from you that they don't feel like they're getting, whatever the case is. There are some things you have to handle or you have to do first. Your guides are saying you have to show them, whatever that means to you. You have to show them. Does that make sense to you?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
Okay. I'm hearing it will all be okay. In the end, it will all work out. I feel like you have 3 kids total. I'm seeing, I'm feeling, it's weird how they're presenting. So I see the first child real clear and it looks like your son. And then I feel like there's a second child and that's your son. And then I feel like over here somewhere, there's a girl, but I can't see. Go ahead.
I have a son from my first marriage and 3 children from my second marriage.
Okay. So I'm just seeing the 3 from your second marriage.
Yeah. Okay. That's 1 son, 2 daughters.
Okay. So nope. I'm seeing your oldest.
Okay.
I'm seeing your only child, your son. And then I'm seeing, yeah, that's why they presented it like that. And then I'm seeing your oldest son with your second wife.
Yes.
And then your first daughter, your oldest daughter.
Okay.
I feel like your second son, your first with your second marriage, he has really dark hair, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay. He's the one you need to pay attention to the most.
Okay.
I'm being told he's a lot like you.
I think he is, yes.
Do you understand what they mean when they're bringing these things to your attention?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I need to go into detail as long as you understand what they're trying to say. The things are pointing out to you. They're sending you in the direction to answer your question and to help you know who to take care of and what to focus on and go from there.
All right.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Yes.
He's got some anger.
Very much so, yes.
You need to put your energy into that.
Okay.
Okay. But again, and this is from your spirit guides, this is from the divine. It will all be okay in the end. They won't believe everything they hear. They won't believe everything they're told, as long as you show them the effort and you set the example. And that's really hard as a parent. I've been there myself. You have to just keep going, and eventually they will be able to look back and see it. And that's what's going to make the difference. Okay. That's going to be huge in your favor.
Okay.
Your father's also passed, correct?
Yes.
He's here telling you you can do it. You're not alone.
Oh, really? Thank you. That's good to hear.
You're welcome. He just stepped forward. Yeah. Do you have a shotgun or a rifle? I'm seeing a shotgun or a rifle. What does that mean to you?
Yes, I have. Yes.
His? You have his?
No.
Or it's yours?
It's mine.
Okay, so he's letting you know that he knows you have that then. And so he's validating himself. So he wants you to know that he is around you in the here and the now. So when they do that, it's to validate that they actually are around and that they do see you. Okay, so he is with you. He says we won't let him make the same mistakes you and I made.
Oh, really?
That's what he said.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yep. So best of luck with everything. Thank you so much for coming on and for coming back.
Thank you. With a shirt.
What's that?
With a shirt.
With a shirt.
I'm gonna suggest to them to give me I can mute the mics, but can't mute the cameras. I figured that out. The age of Zoom. You think you go click? No. Thank you, Mark, and have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, take care, Mark. Thank
you.
Hi, Tommy. Just stopped
Hey,
by to
Tommy.
say hello. So let's go back up to the top here. And
oh my gosh, it's already
just
quarter to 10.
Yeah, and it's been one of those nights that just really weird, crazy stuff where it's just grabbing messages. This is from Brenda Matthews. First time watching. Any messages for her?
Hi, Brenda. Brenda, you're not going to join me live? Where are you? I was waiting for you.
This is really weird. It's bounced different time frames and intermixed them.
So I see a woman who's probably supposed to, because I don't know you.
She's watching, though.
Oh, I thought you were coming on with me tonight. No, that's okay. Whatever you want to do. So I saw a woman walking towards me, and she resembles you, but she's not you. And then I got a toothache in my upper molar. And now I'm seeing a can, like of soup or something, but it's just a can. There's no label on it. The label's been taken off. It's just a can. And as I'm saying that, you're just a hot mess over there. And you're muted.
I mean, literally took my green screen out.
Wow.
Rebooted my computer.
Maybe you need to sage your studio.
Yeah, I'm in the process of redoing it, so it could be a possibility of being saged. So I apologize, Brenda. That was in the middle of your message, and of course now my lights are bright, so that must.
And I'm just very easily distracted tonight. Unfortunately, usually I'm more. But no, I have a mother figure with me. I do have a mother figure with me, and the thing is, I also feel like I have a grandmother figure, but she feels like the same person. So when they present like that to me, it could be for a couple of reasons. Either you had a grandmother who was like a mother to you, or kind of mothered you, even if your own mom was around, but she could have also been a mother to you if you didn't have a mother or a good mother figure at home. It could also be that they were so much alike, especially if they were mother and daughter themselves, that they're coming in together. That also happens for me that way. I feel like your mother was a taller, bigger woman. And I feel like your grandmother, the other woman I'm now seeing, was smaller and thinner and shorter with whitish, like shoulder length hair.
Brenda, if you can validate any of this, please drop it in the comments there.
So the fact that I'm seeing the way they're communicating with me, again, if you didn't hear me earlier, tells me what was going on at the time they passed, because they're using symbols. They're not really showing me themselves. They're not talking to me. They're using visions, things like that. Tells me that at the time of their passing, they were not able to, communicate either effectively or at all, whether it was 2 minutes before they died or 6 months. It doesn't matter. They could have been unconscious completely. So that would be appropriate for either one or both of them.
Well, if the spirit's going to do, I'm grabbing St. Michael tonight.
I feel like there's a man in your life that you need some help dealing with, and I feel like more so just getting over and moving on from. So yeah, like I see you by yourself now, and I really want to push you and kind of drag you away and help to move you forward away from that situation with your thoughts and your feelings about him. And just, I feel like you're kind of stuck in place right now, and I want to get you out of that spot. And these ladies are here to help you do that. But you have to start having some confidence in yourself. You really have to work on your self-worth, because I feel like in certain ways you're very confident and you offer a lot to a lot of people. But deep down inside, I feel like you struggle, and you shouldn't, because you're a beautiful person and a beautiful soul. And you just need to grab that shit and own it.
Up to the banner.
But it's true. She does.
No,
so
it's okay. That's why we have a
thank
banner.
you. See, there you go.
I
Thank
have a
you.
ticker.
Honey, you have to get up out of bed in the morning. You have to just put on your attitude and say, those people, and walk with your head held high, and do not look back. Only look forward. Always look forward. Okay. All right. I'm proud of you. I know you're going to do this. So thank you for your question, and best of luck with everything.
All right. 10-9 says
You're
thank
welcome. You're welcome. I don't know for what, but you're welcome.
No. And
Very
then
welcome.
Chris says nice green. Yep, it is a nice green. Maybe that's the backpack color we need to go with. I'm usually a brown guy for my backpacks, but might have to go with that green. Anyway, let's take one more.
Yeah,
and
I think
then
one more. Ooh, I'm already feeling it.
we'll do I'm one of those days. So this is from Dina. Kristie, does my dad have any messages for me?
Ooh, hi Dina. Oh yeah, wow, he must have been proud of that. I feel like, is it Ciccarelli? I feel like that is your maiden name, because when your last name is brought to my attention, it's the men who have passed away, and I'm stuck staring at that last name and very proud of the family and the last name, and I feel like the heritage too. I feel like your dad had lung cancer, COPD, emphysema, something like that, because my back is killing me. And it was killing me before he even got to your question and put it up. So very strong. Although, unfortunately, he is not showing himself, which tells me that he is accepting accountability or responsibility in some part for the fact, the how, what, where, why, when of his death. And I do feel like he was negligent with his health. This fly is, oh my gosh, sorry. Max ran into like 3 walls trying to catch this fly, and it like made its home in my office tonight. So good, I can breathe you must be validating it for me, because it's going away. So he's calling you his baby girl. I heard baby girl. So he's not showing himself. He is, that's the first thing I heard him say. I'm feeling a lot of things. I'm seeing. He couldn't communicate effectively. I'm having a hard time getting things out. I'm having a hard time keeping my thoughts. I know I've just repeated myself, and I feel like that's how he started to get. I feel like this is indicative of his behavior at some point. But I also feel like he passed in the hospital, or it was very, very ill in the hospital, at least towards the end, because I see him in a bed, and I see what's supposed to be you standing next to him. It keeps saying, "I heard you. I heard you. I heard you. I heard you." And then he goes like this. I heard you. All right. And now he's quiet. So, yeah. So thank you very much for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, well, that was real quick 2 hours.
It's a very quick 2 hours.
So Chris is over laughing his stuff off over there, and definitely agreeing with it. So I mean, we really try to grab everybody. For those folks that try to pop in with the technical difficulties, we apologize on that. We are back with another Spirit Message show. I'm going to bring that schedule up here. So a couple of things housekeeping wise. Our next Spirit Message show will be on October 19th.
Yes.
October 5th, we have Haunted Housewives, and November 2nd, we have Andrea Perrin, who's the eldest daughter of the Conjuring House. She also does some really cool stuff on hers. Watched her do a seance thing the other day. It was really cool to watch.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to ask her some questions. If you are in the Whitehall, New York area, which is over by Lake George in Vermont, I'm speaking at the Squatch Festival, and it's squatchfestivalny.com. It's got the info. Myself, Steve Culls, Paul Bartholomew, Kenny Irish, Emily Fleur, and Connor Anderson, all people I know. On October 12th, Kristie will be doing a gallery reading show, and we will be at the Pratt Opera House and Event Center. The readings will be from 7 to 9, and information there. It will be part of a contest that we will have on Instagram tomorrow evening. I will have it up on there. And the other housekeeping announcement is Kristie's still doing individual readings and private parties and groups and stuff. So information's there. Contact her on her account. If not, where's my Sage wakes me up?
Wow.
But it's best. No, I'm just saying it's best to get a hold of her there through that.
Yeah, call me, message. Yeah, you can call me, text me. That's fine. Absolutely.
So we've got things going on. Keep an eye on again that the YouTube. I think we're really going to be transitioning over there. We couldn't use our group to send stuff out and get comments back and forth. That's why we went right to the solid page on Facebook.
Yeah, it's just easier.
So we appreciate everybody joining us. It's been an awesome evening.
Yeah,
I've been talking here, Kristie. What do you got there while I finish up and get everything set and ready to go?
I'm telling you, don't forget we have I have the Statler. I'll be doing readings at the Statler this year, October 24th. What else? We're gonna have a special. You and I. We're gonna jump on a Friday night. What is it, the 29th, and do a special show for Halloween, right?
Right. Yep.
The 29th. I'm going to double check that because I didn't put that. Yeah, 29th. We're going to do a show. It's going to be a little bit later. It's going to be around 10 p.m.
Yep. So
keep your eyes open for that. And yeah, please come on out if you guys are in Rochester, Buffalo, or if you just feel like traveling and taking a vacation from wherever, come see us. We'll be in Albion, New York. It's going to be a great time. The more the merrier, especially in a gallery reading. And we're going to donate some of the proceeds to the Pratt Center so they can preserve it and, for the upkeep and everything. And it's going to be great. So come out and see me.
And like I said, on Instagram, we have a contest. We're going to be giving away some tickets to that gallery reading. So,
awesome.
Again, old shows are available on YouTube and over on most of your favorite podcast locations. I think we're on 20 different podcast locations. We're too short of 2,000 or 3,000 downloads. So somebody please go over and download on Alexa or whatever and catch us. We can get over that 3,000 mark.
That would be so awesome. Oh, and don't forget for the Pratt show, Mike's going to get something up very soon here, probably tomorrow, you said, right?
Yep. Tomorrow.
So we're going to have a contest. We're going to give away 2 pairs of tickets. So, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll have it up on all of our pages. And you can, hopefully win. And at the show, I will also be raffling off 2 30-minute gift cards for all those who are at the gallery show itself. So it'll be a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
all right.
again, I'm going to finish it out there. Again, if you're looking for private readings, there's Kristie's information. And
you can also go to my website, blueeyedempath.com. You can go to any one of my pages, our page, my phone number's actually the one that's on everything. So, or find me on Facebook. That works too. Okay. So, all right, you guys, thank you for all who participated tonight and everyone who joined us. And we really appreciate it. We can't do what we do without you. And we love and appreciate every single one of you. So for now, stay safe.
And sample on.
Good night.
Bye.